Yes, I'm growing my firm so fast. I've got so much growth.
Sir, we have a cash crunch.
But I'm growing so fast.
Cash crunch, sir. Cash crunch. Stop everything.
What is a cash crunch?
Cash crunches are the double-edged sword to growth. I grew my firm quite quickly.
It was amazing.
But then I figured out that inspires or results in a cash crunch. What is a cash crunch? Well, it's pretty simple. It just means you don't have enough cash to pay for the stuff that you're doing. Why would that be a problem if you're growing really fast? Well, if you put it onto a chart, you've got the on this curve, you've got like the money you're making, and on this curve is time. So if you're growing really fast like this, which looks really cool because you're always growing, you have a little thing called expenses, vendor expenses, payroll expenses, all of the expenses. Give us your expenses. It's terrible. So here's how it works. So let's say your expenses when you're making, I don't know, $50,000 a month, which is actually something like $30,000 total expenses. Then let's say that you grow your company double in size in a short period of time. Maybe you do some marketing pitch that's really good and you have like $100,000 a month that you're making, and instead of just having expenses of $30,000, you now have the same profit margin, so you have $60,000 in expenses.
But wait, how can I pay for 60,000 things when I've only got 50,000 in the door?
That's when the cash crunch happens. On this curve, it all depends on how quickly you get paid for your company. Is it net 30?
Net 60? Net 90? Net 120?
It's really scary if it's like too long, because then you don't have enough money to pay for your growth. So if you double your firm in size and you're making $100,000 a month, but your total cash that out the door is now $60,000, and you're only getting cash in the door of like $50,000 because you've sold a bunch of product, but you don't get paid for it for a couple of months, then you have
a cash crunch.
You just need to be mindful of these things. That's why a lot of business coaches and entrepreneurial people are smart, and they get things called line of credits are awesome. Typically, you want your line of credit to be about 2 to 3 months, 4 would even be better, of your total monthly expenses that you need. If it was $30,000, then ideally you'd have like a $120,000 line of credit. What is a line of credit, you ask? It's just a small loan. It's sort of like a credit card, but you initially get charged the interest. But typically they're kind of low. Yes, you have to personally guarantee it, but talk to your banker. They love to give these things out. They're like,
oh, let me sign you up for a line of credit.
The best time to get a line of credit is not when you're in a cash crunch. The best time to get a line of credit is when you're doing great and your cash flow is nice and it's all pillowy and like you're on clouds and it's just wonderful and amazing. So get that locked in, especially if you're doing a huge marketing push. Watch out, folks. Line of credit. That's the solution.